What's up, everybody? Welcome to Moneyline Media. Hope you guys are all having a thrilling Thursday. Welcome to the show. We have a huge interview for you guys tonight. We're going to be joined by Quinn Meinerz in just a moment.
Yeah, no pun intended.
Yeah.
When we say huge. 6'3", 320. Big offensive lineman. You've probably seen him. He's going all around social media right now. He's an absolute stud. All-American at UW Whitewater. He's big time. So let's get him on.
Hello.
Hey, Quinn. How you doing? Thanks for joining us,
good.
man.
Doing good. How are you guys?
Good. Thanks for coming on. I know you've been probably very busy.
Yes, it's definitely been busy.
Yeah, awesome.
But I'm excited to talk to you guys. So I remember you guys interviewed one of my buddies I'm working with down here, Milton.
Oh, yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Milton's awesome.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Great dude. So it's awesome to train with him every day.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So, Quinn, if you could, can you tell us a little bit about your recruiting process and how you ended up at Whitewater?
Yeah. So recruiting process was pretty much non-existent for me. I had no Division I offers. I had one Division II and, a couple Division III. So for the Division II one, I was from St. Cloud State. That school, and then UW Lacrosse and UW Whitewater. And UW Whitewater is the best option for me.
Yeah, awesome. So, obviously, you've had quite the career at Whitewater. I mean, to be D3 and be getting kind of the recognition that you're getting, and even before the Senior Bowl, the recognition you were kind of getting too, being up on the draft boards. What was your career like there, and how do you feel you improve every year?
Yeah, I think I had, like you said, a pretty solid career at Whitewater. I set out as a goal my freshman year to be an All-American. And I was able to, be an All-American in my 2019 season. And on top of that, I met a lot of, really great people and, lifetime friends. And actually at that 2019 season, I was also voted the team's MVP, which is kind of unheard of as an offensive lineman for sure.
Yeah, you guys don't get the credit you deserve usually.
No, not often, but when it happens, it's special.
Yeah.
And that's something that you can kind of notice from the Senior Bowl. That was when a lineman, kind of gets the spotlight. It's kind of special because everyone always loves to see the big guys succeed. But yeah, at Whitewater, I always try to strive to be the best player I could be. So I played left guard, and I really try to keep make sure never allowing a sack. Trying to always have positive runs. And always just trying to get, bigger, stronger, faster, and improve every single year and kind of fix mistakes.
Absolutely. So, Quinn, this has been an insane year with everything going on with this pandemic and COVID-19. Can you take us a little bit through the mindset of an athlete as a player with this whole experience going on?
Yeah, my mindset, I very quickly just adopted the control what I can control. Mm-hmm. And it made things so much easier instead of, take things day by day and control what I can control. So, even right now, it's, there's not a typical combine.
Right.
Yeah, that's something that didn't really affect me. What I can control is waking up tomorrow morning and getting another great workout in. And so that's what I've been doing since, hearing I wasn't going to have a football season this past year. And, when the initial quarantine happened where you had to kind of stay at your house, it's just been a simple mindset, but I guess, it was easy for me to do it every single day.
You bring up that there is no combine this year, but you showed out in the Senior Bowl. What was the Senior Bowl experience like for you? I think you're the first guy that I saw that wasn't able to play in the Senior Bowl that probably had the camera on him more than anyone else. You were always on camera at the Senior Bowl.
Yeah, and I'm not a big, I don't really – I get uncomfortable when that spotlight or the cameras are on me. But, I was able to just enjoy the moment and have a lot of fun at the Senior Bowl. And that was huge. That was huge for me, without having a season coming from a small school.
Right.
And I was able to learn a new position. But I learned so much, about football, I learned a lot about, what the Division I players are like. A lot of people just see them on TV, and I was able to, have more casual conversations and, really realize how, just regular a lot of these people are.
What was the adjustment like for you going against D1 guys? I mean, obviously there's a size difference for sure between a D1 guy and a D3 guy. I mean, you are an exception to that stereotype, but what was that like for you, that adjustment?
The adjustment, for the past year, I've made the adjustment like mentally. I thought it was going to be a way bigger adjustment. So that just pushed me throughout this past year to train that much harder. So that way when my opportunity does come, that I'm ready for it. And after the first couple of snaps, after the first 2-3 snaps, I was like, wow, I felt I belonged very quickly, to be honest. And I adjusted to the tempo very well.
I heard they nicknamed you IHOP for International House of Pancakes. Is that true?
I like that. That's funny. I've never heard that one before. But yeah, I battled as hard as I could, and I played my brand of football, and I was being myself out there.
I think we're going to coin that term IHOP for you. But if you make any money off it, we want some royalties.
That's a good one. I like it.
So you brought up when the quarantine initially hit. Was there anything that you were doing specifically to stay in shape, stay in playing form, like anything to do with trees?
Yeah. So you're hinting at the Canada video.
Yes.
So I wasn't able to go up to Canada this summer, but that was something I've done in summers past to stay ready for a fall camp for football. But yeah, I was just using every single resource that I had, up in Canada, whether it was, using water jugs as, bicep curls or lifting propane tanks, or, bringing a rack with me and lifting in the middle of the woods. And, and during quarantine, I taught myself center in the backyard pretty much. I set up a YouTube channel and I was snapping the garbage cans and trying to be more versatile because I understood to, play in the NFL, especially on the offensive line, you have to be able to play more than just one position.
Yeah, for sure. Talk about your off-season training. Is there anything that you're really focused on improving as you work on getting to that next level?
Yeah, physically, I think you can, I think there's a lot of, everyone's going to be really big and strong, but I think there's still a lot of technique things that I can keep learning and keep adding different tools to the toolbox because, when you get to the NFL, everyone's really good. Everyone is really good, every single position. So, and like I said, being consistently versatile at left guard, right guard, center, and being able to stick, whether I become a starter eventually or just being one of those guys that can travel and play and be successful at each position.
So you've recently been blowing up a little bit on social media. How do you feel about that? Because I know you said that you don't like the spotlight, you don't like the cameras on. So what was it like for you when you're waking up and you're seeing a few thousand more followers, your name is on the headlines? What's that like?
It was very, kind of interesting, I guess you could say. Nobody really knew, I guess, who I was until the Senior Bowl pretty much. I was just being myself. And I guess once people found out who I was, it just took off. Once people started finding out, what I've been doing since high school. I mean, that's just, right. And that's why when a lot of the media people were on me and stuff like that, why it seemed so like I was just calm and able to handle the spotlight the right way. And that's just because I was being myself.
Beautiful thing.
Got to ask you, do you think that you pull off the crop top better than Zeke?
Yeah. When I was getting the guys from NFL Network were talking to me, they were comparing me to DK Metcalf, and I was like, those are two different guts you're trying to compare right there. One's got abs you can see, and one's just one big ab, if that's what you want to call it. But yeah, I've been rocking the crop top since high school. I've always been, let the belly breathe because it gets hot.
Yeah,
it was getting hot out there.
I think normalize crop tops on offensive linemen. Why not?
You just gotta let the belly breathe.
I agree. So do you for NFL teams that are watching, what do you have to say to them? Like, what should they expect of you from if they draft you?
yeah, an NFL team should expect somebody that's going to, come in and, work really hard and be very disciplined and doing whatever it takes, to win. And not only do I say it, but I've been able to prove it between not having, having all these things counted against me and going to a Senior Bowl and being able to, produce and do things really well. A big thing, that I was saying before is being able to play multiple positions. Mm-hmm. And I think the overall thing is I just enjoy the game of football, and I have a lot of fun with football. And I think there's always, I always bring a positive mental attitude, every single day, whether it be workouts, practice, film. And I think there's not enough positivity. There's never enough positivity. So I think I always enjoy a really good laugh. I enjoy laughing.
Awesome.
So is there any style quarterback that you would prefer to block for?
Not really, I guess. I never really thought about that way because I've kind of have different styles of quarterbacks, at Whitewater, whether it be more of a quarterback that would be more willing to run the ball or a quarterback that would be kind of sit in the pocket a little bit longer, willing to throw it. The way I approach that is whatever the quarterback, whatever his style is, I'm going to block to that style. So that way he can, be the most comfortable that way. Because my job is to protect him. So whatever he needs protected, I'll do that job.
Good answer.
For you, do you model your game after anyone?
Yeah, I have a couple players. Being a guard, I model a lot of my game after Quentin Nelson.
Yeah,
he's an awesome. Yeah, Quentin Nelson is I don't even need to say it. Everyone that pays attention to football knows what Quentin Nelson is and what he does in the run game, especially. And as I've been on this journey, learning center, I've grown to be a real big fan of Ryan Jensen. I enjoy the way he plays the game of football, where it's just mean, nasty, and he's going to do whatever it takes to win.
Awesome.
So if you weren't an offensive lineman, you had to pick any other position to play. I'm not going to let you get an easy one out of this one, too. You can't do D-line either. What position would you play?
I think I would have to say fullback. I think there's that funny thing where it's like make fullbacks great again. Mm-hmm. Especially coming from Wisconsin and watching a lot of Big Ten football. I think fullback. The way they just are able to. I don't know. It's kind of a selfless job as well as the offensive line. It's you're going to go block for that running back, or whether you're in protection with the offensive line. So I think fullback is one of those positions where you're able to be real physical.
Awesome. All right, Quinn, we play this game with all of our guests, and you are no exception. It's called Steady Fire. It's a lot of fun questions. Some might have to do with football, some don't. I'll start. If you could pancake anyone in the league right now, as the International House of Pancakes now, who is it? Who are you pancaking?
I think you got to go for the best defensive lineman, which would be probably Pancake and Aaron Donald. I understand that I kind of hope he doesn't see this, but I think obviously that's got to be if you're able to do that, you're going to be making a lot of money and have a lot of success. So I'm always gonna go after the best.
Hopefully the Rams are watching this so that you only have to go against them in practice, but that might be just as bad. Yeah,
every day.
So, what is your favorite home cooked meal?
My favorite home cooked meal. There's a lot there, but I would say I really enjoy a great beef stew.
Beef stew? Okay.
Yeah, beef stew or mastacholi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any dessert?
Desserts. Well, I'll just give you a candy. I really enjoy Reese's, and able to kind of get a couple of those Reese's out of the Reese's.
There you go.
That worked out well for you in many ways, the Senior Bowl.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to give you a hypothetical here. You lose every game in college, but you play one team every year and you murder them, and you completely kill them. What team do you want that to be?
That is such a tough one because there's two teams in our conference that it's just so much fun to beat. I think it would definitely have to be when we play UW lacrosse. I really enjoy beating them.
Okay, all right, awesome.
If you could have one superpower, what would it be?
One superpower. I think it would be to have, kind of insane strength, and be able to do crazy things kind of like the Hulk or kind of Superman.
That pancaking Aaron Donald would make it a little bit easier if you had that super strength.
Yes.
What is your favorite color?
My favorite color is probably got to be purple. Go Hawks, man.
Go Hawks. All right.
Love it. Did you have a favorite NFL team growing up?
Yeah, my favorite NFL team growing up, initially started out as the Packers, and I gravitated towards the New England Patriots. I really enjoyed his story of Tom Brady. I really enjoy the story of Tom Brady, and that's just something I've always looked up to. Coming, that mentality.
You just killed Deirdre's
You did.
For the month.
I might have worn this on purpose because I feel like I could maybe persuade, like maybe this will happen, like you on the Jets colors if I wear this. But you just broke.
Well, one of my favorite linemen from last year's draft was definitely Mekhi Becton. So
there we go. Could be teammates. I'm rooting for that. Okay.
I would not mind playing left guard next to him.
Yeah, that'd be a scary combination. All right. If you had the chance to catch a touchdown from any quarterback, I know that wouldn't happen as an offensive lineman, but, maybe you get moved to fullback and you catch a pass from any quarterback. Well, who would it be?
Oh, 100%. I'm catching a touchdown from Tom Brady.
Okay, yeah.
100%. 100%.
Yep.
I'm catching a touchdown from Tom Brady.
Do you have a favorite superhero?
Favorite superhero? Not really. I don't really watch a lot of Marvel movies or anything like that. I think maybe the Hulk, just because I was saying, the strength and stuff.
I'll switch it up on you. What has been your favorite city that you've been able to visit?
My favorite city. I don't do a lot of traveling, but let's see. I was able to go to St. Louis one time and see the Arch and go through there. I think that was a really cool city. And I mean, being down here in the Dallas area, Dallas is a really cool city. It's just the small town vibe from Wisconsin is just completely different. Being in these areas.
Awesome.
I bet you're not missing the winter up there too. I bet Dallas decent weather.
Yeah, oh yeah, it's nice to have you could have a day where it's 50 or 70. That's unheard of. Right now I'm looking back at home and I'm still getting notifications from the weather app, and I think they're getting a lot of snow right about now.
Yeah, we just got some in New York too. It was a lot. You talked about how you didn't get to travel that much yet. What is your dream vacation?
Yeah, my dream vacation, it really is being on that island, in Canada. I can't describe it enough, but it's so awesome to be just completely disconnected from the world, be in the wilderness, being able to go fishing all day, and really enjoy, because fresh fish is amazing. It really is.
So let's put you in the draft here. Your name gets called, you get drafted. Who are you making your first phone call to?
Well, if I'm not with my family or my girlfriend, the first call that I'll make will probably be to my offensive line coach in high school. He's been a huge, inspiration in my life, and was part of I don't know. I wouldn't be where I'm at today if it didn't start, kind of through high school. That was a big person in my life.
Awesome. Okay, I'm gonna just say I'm able to, which I'm not. I give you $1 million, but you have a half an hour to spend it. How are you spending it?
That's tough. I'm a pretty I think the word that my great uncle uses is frugal. I don't like spending money.
Yeah, I get that.
Let's see. Definitely probably gonna buy a house. I enjoy playing video games, so I'll probably get a nice computer.
Okay.
I wish I had more interesting answers to that, but I just
I mean, I think
I don't spend my money.
I think that you're missing some jewelry for your mom and your girlfriend in there. I think, or something like that. I feel like,
yeah, that's probably a good answer.
yeah, you got. I was gonna say you got to make sure you say that.
Yeah.
So you spoke about being on the island. So now we got to put you on another island, desert island. You get one movie. We'll give you one video game and one book for the rest of your life on the island by yourself. What are you taking?
One movie definitely has to be the movie 300.
Okay.
That's one of my top movies. Could you run through the other ones?
One video game and one book.
One video game that would definitely have to be. I enjoy playing League of Legends.
Okay.
On the PC.
Mm-hmm.
One book. That's tough. Maybe I'll pick something. I'm on a desert island. It's something I've never read before in a long book. I don't know. Experiment with Moby Dick or something like that.
Okay.
A long book that, yeah. See what that's all about.
All right. I have to ask you this question as an offensive lineman. Pancakes, waffles, or French toast?
I'm a huge French toast person.
Okay.
You get the nice big Texas toast. You get a little, with that, eggs, cinnamon, a little bit of vanilla. I mean, even ice cream too. You can add it in there.
All right. Awesome.
Now, do you have a favorite non-NFL athlete?
Oh, I just finished up the Last Dance a couple weeks ago, and I already kind of liked Michael Jordan, mm-hmm. just based off of hearing things, but able to after watching that series, I was like, wow, this guy was just on a different level mentally and able to really execute on the basketball court. So definitely Michael Jordan.
Sure. If you weren't going to be a professional football player, what would your occupation be?
Yeah, my occupation was I was going to school to try to be a strength and conditioning coach. That was
cool.
Yeah, so I was able to learn a lot through school and able to kind of use that knowledge that I've been building to kind of help mold my body into being more of a professional.
Awesome. Have you been working with the guy? Like, have you gotten the strength and conditioning coach type vibe when you're working with the guys where you're working? Like Milton, have you given him some strength and conditioning coaching?
Yeah, I'm able to kind of, I don't step on the toes of the person that is, training us, right. But with some information that I do have, I'm able to kind of help, maybe fix someone's form a little bit or help them, give them, tips and tricks. Or use cues that help me, say those, convey those to, someone else. So, and I have a lot of enjoyment in that. And that's part of the reason why I was going to school to be a strength and conditioning coach.
Now that I think about it, I think that was actually Milton's answer too, was strength and conditioning coach when we asked him that. So that's funny. Yeah, right?
Yeah, Milton would be a great strength and conditioning coach. He works, really hard every single day.
All right, so since we are basically the food asking show, bacon or Canadian bacon?
You got to go regular bacon. There's got to go regular bacon.
That's what I expected. I'm a bacon guy.
I love bacon.
Who was the toughest guy that you had to block against, either in the Senior Bowl or just in your career in school?
Yeah, I'll go with, career in school. I would say I was able to go against him 2 times in the playoffs, and that was when we would come down to Texas and play University of Maryland and Baylor. His name was Joey Longoria. He was a defensive lineman, and, me and him had a great battle those 2 years. He was another, strong kind of technical person, and I really enjoyed having those kind of chess matches with him.
Awesome.
So, if you can go back in time and tell your younger version of yourself any football-related advice, what would you tell him?
Football-related advice, it would definitely be your feet are going to win the block more, every single time rather than your hands. I think something in the offensive line world, I think there's too much focus on hands and not enough on having good feet. Right. So that would be something I would go back and tell myself to make sure I always keep working on having great feet.
Quinn, we talked about, what you would say to NFL teams. What are you going to say to the fans of the team that drafts you?
The fans are going to see what, throughout all these interviews and, the pictures and stuff like that. They're going to get the same person because I'm not going to ever be fake. I'm just going to keep being who I am. So throughout, this, all these throughout the interviews and whatever you see on the field, that's what you're going to get because I'm a firm believer of, stay true to who you are.
Awesome. Quinn, whoever ends up with you is getting a real star and a great guy more than anything. Quinn, thank you so much for coming on the show. We can't wait to have you back. Best of luck, man.
Yeah, thank you guys so much. I've had, I really enjoyed my time with you guys. It was a lot of fun questions and, stumped me on a couple of them. So that's I always love having something to work on.
Awesome. Thanks, Quinn.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Best of luck, buddy. Stay safe, stay well.
Thank you. You guys too.
That was Quinn Meinerz.
Quinn Meinerz, boys. 6'2", 320 pounds, NFL draft prospect coming up April 22nd to 24th. Hope
we're ready.
Excited.
We're excited.
We're ready to film. We're ready to film some live reaction videos. Quinn's a great guy. Pay attention. Watch out for him. Hopefully, again, Big Blue, I could use some help on my offensive line.
Gotcha.
I could use a lot of help on my offensive line.
Yeah, I mean, we all can. But that is it. That is it for the show. We will have interviews coming out. Well, actually, this one is probably going to come out after all of them, but lots of interviews. So make sure you check it out on our YouTube.
And Spotify.
And Spotify.
And Apple Podcast.
And Apple Podcast. But yes, and have a great weekend, everyone.
Stay safe. Stay well. Stay hydrated.